It's Milo Wilo. Today, I wanted to go over something. I'm a little behind everybody else as far as progression, and I think that a lot of people kind of pass up Boxing Club. Like, it's fairly easy for the most part, but I think there's still a lot of people that have trouble with it. And I was wanting to look at some stuff today. So I just kind of wanted to go and do a really in-depth guide for it. And I'll show you a few things. So when I first started, this was my first team. You've got the Occult Dancer, who has a hit that does max HP damage, which is why she has the crit rate on her. That was something I did a little later. She has a cleanse for another ally, and then, recover some HP, and then an even HP for all allies. And then you get a hot or a heal overturn, and a 3-turn shield. So it's like, it's fairly good. It's a very good survivable unit. If you're having trouble staying alive, an Occult Dancer will really help. Oop. And the Steel Wings, he really shines in here. He has a 50% chance to do 2 dots. He has an AoE slow with attack bar reduction. And he has a defense up and attack up for 3 turns for everyone, which is really, really nice. This is, if you played Summoner's War, it's basically like Shannon. With him, I try to focus on speed. So he's got 99 speed, and he's got 73 accuracy. I think in Summoner's War, you tried to shoot around like 85, 75% accuracy. It was somewhere in there. I think generally, if you stay over 70%, you'll probably be alright. And that's just for applying his dots and using his slow. He's got about 7,000 HP. So as long as you have like speed, HP, accuracy, something like that, you're going to do pretty well. Just make sure you get your speed through your substats. Make sure you get your accuracy. And I think he's a fairly simple unit to rune. Obviously, having him skilled up all the way. And he also has his stacks. So I'm sure you guys know, if you use a unit of the same element, so another tree Steel Wings will give him a stack, which gives him +1 speed. That stacks up to 5 times. The Pirate Captain. He is kind of the real damage dealer to begin with. I also have this max skilled. He's who I use my 4-star Devilmon on. I think he's a really good unit to do that with in the very beginning of the game. His main thing that you're going to use him for is this. Oh my god! Now that I'm trying to say it, I've never had a problem saying this. Catalysis. Basically, he attacks all enemies, but he basically blows up the damage over time like a bomb on any enemy that has it. I believe it's like a main target that he attacks. I don't think it blows up every dot. He also has Captain's Order. I honestly don't even know what this does. Like, I never paid attention to it. I know if you use it, like, say you're in PvP, if you use that and attack your own teammate with it, that'll give them a turn. Attack and damage. A big key component of 6-starring him is that his first skill becomes a dot. So you can add 1 extra dot so you can blow this up and kill the boss even faster. Turtle Tank is essentially Mav from Summoner's War. So the big thing you're getting out of this guy is Heat Sink. You remove 1 debuff on all allies. And then you also decrease the cooldown by 1 turn. And then you get the speed up. So, I mean, he's a little more than Mav, but he also has a taunt, which doesn't really do much in here. And then he has the stun on skill 1, which essentially this is all you have him in here for. I just stacked HP on him. give him a little bit of speed. You need this guy to move last. You need everyone to use their skills so that their best skills on cooldown, and then you want him to run so that they'll benefit from that 1 turn decrease. I don't use accuracy on him. I've got him runed slow, and I've just got him with a bunch of HP so he can survive. He's very simple. I probably will never move him from 5-star. He's got enough HP that he doesn't really need to be 6-starred. And I think he'll be fine just like he is for what we're going to use him for. And then the Tree Popo Rider, who is essentially Bernard. Tailwind gives a 30% increase to your action bar for all allies, and then a 2-turn speed boost. This helps you turn cycle the boss. This helps a lot. So you'll see some of our slower units will get many more turns than if we didn't have this. She's got an attack and defense break on skill 2, which is really nice because that's essentially anytime you can defense break and attack break, you're going to do more damage and you're going to survive longer. And the blind is essentially glancing hit, which having a glancing hit makes if you put attack down and glancing or blind on the enemy, if you put that on the boss, it's going to hit you with marshmallows instead of rocks. You will survive. This was my first team. It averaged 4 minutes. And I would see anywhere between like 3:40 and like 6-minute runs. And I think I remember one time it failed out of the couple hundred that I ran it. So I think this was a really, really, really good idea. And the turn order you basically want is so I've re-runed things since I've ran this team. So she is slower, but typically you'd want her to run first. And then him. And then her. And then, I mean, you could make an argument for the dancer and the captain. Basically, make Popo Rider go first. Make Turtle Tank go last, and you'll be fine. You'll do really well. Now, my second team, I ended up taking out a Cult Dancer, and I put in the Lucian, or the Bookworm. And that's my level 41. He doesn't have any stuff on him. So this one, he's decently ruined. Granted, I still have a 4-star rune on him, and I still have some blues on him. Essentially, you want attack, you want crit damage, and you want crit rate. These are your bread and butter. If you can get your cooldowns, I got really lucky getting my 5th cooldown here. I got really lucky. Instead of having to put 6 more into here and then 4 more into there, I got my cooldown increased by 1 more turn, which really, really helps. He's got +2 speed. He doesn't have to be fast. In a perfect world, I would like to get him fast. If I could have him at that +40-ish speed mark just by substats, I'd prefer that. But my gear's just not there yet. And essentially how this works is Popo Rider, of course, is going to go first. She kind of speeds everybody up. Then you get the attack buff from Steel Wings. Ghost Captain's going to do his thing. And in this case, because he's so slow, the Turtle Tank goes first. He's going to reset the cooldowns, except he's too slow. So it wasn't very efficient. And then when he goes, what you want him to do is you want him to wipe the waves. Other than the mini boss and the boss, of course. You want the little mobs to get wiped in one of his skill 3s. Something else I started to do is as you run this dungeon, you'll notice that I have a lot of these guys on the Inspire gear. So every 2 set of this gives you 8% ally attack. And that really helps boost up his attack. See how he's plus 1500, plus 674? That plus 674 is, and I believe some of that is probably from her as well. Yeah, so 415. He's getting 415 attack just from the Inspire sets, which I believe he has one set. Yeah, he has a set. He has a set, and he has 3 sets. Obviously, he's easier to rune, so he gets the most sets. So I have 5 sets of Inspire, which give me 415 attack. If I was running her as an attack lead, he would get 674. So with that amount of crit rate and crit damage and that attack, he was doing really well. Now this team averaged around 230. I was pretty happy with that. I wasn't done because I was like, man, I need more out of this team. I need to run this dungeon more efficiently. This one as well, I think I probably ran it at about 95% without dying, which was nice because at this point my runes were getting good enough that I didn't need that extra heal from the Occult Dancer. And it kind of really benefited to have that Lucian in there to help speed up the runs. And then I'm getting to where my team is now. I had the rat. This rat really helped. This speed lead is really nice because if you take that 25 base speed, which you get a 20 speed boost just from running the Swift set. So this is like a free Swift set, a bonus. Having that speed really kind of helps when you take the Popo Dancer or the Popo Rider out. He has his bread and butter is the Windmill Toss, which is 6 attacks, and they basically could all apply a dot. His damage is based on his speed. I could probably make him much faster. I had him much faster in the beginning, but I had low accuracy on him. So I said, hell with it, and I put more accuracy on him. And that seems to have helped him a lot. And that's one thing you'll notice is 93% accuracy, 73% accuracy, 71% accuracy. No accuracy on the damage dealer. No accuracy on the tank. And this team is averaging around 140, but it probably has an 88% survival rate. So I'm going to lose a couple every now and then, and that's okay. And but essentially, this guy is a big dotter. This guy's doing some dots. And then he is doing a dot with skill 1, and he's blowing them up with skill 3. And that really helps. That makes the mini boss and the boss literally explode, which is pretty nice. I've not dove into any of these other dungeons. I did a little bit in Vegas, but obviously not much. I wanted to really get this one locked down before I moved on. And I guess after that, we'll go ahead and we'll show a little bit of what this is about. And I think maybe I should slow my turtle down even more. So the attack goes up. The rat's going to hit. We really don't need those two moving first. Him killing the wave is what really matters. And I think there's a lot more that I can do to help buff the bookworm up so that happens a little better. And we got no dots, which that's not very... Okay, we did get some dots. And you see that was 4 dots. If I had 5 dots up, it would have killed him probably. Which is really nice. That's what this team is all about. These first 3 guys, they really do work. I kind of am disappointed that he used that there on them, because now he can't use it on these guys. But hopefully with them using that combo, with the rat and the captain using that combo right there, Hopefully that means it'll be ready when the boss comes up. And then after this run, I'll show you guys a kind of an experimental thing that I want to try. If you looked at my monster box, you probably noticed it already. All right, windmill toss. Give me the dots. Bam! Look at that. That's now if I had just like another couple of dots, we would have already wiped it, you know. And now we're gonna get a defense down. So now we don't have a cleanser. We do have a cleanse on the second skill, or the third skill of the tank, which I forgot about until right now. But honestly, we're surviving until the end. And bam, there we go. What was that? 137? 144. Not bad. Not bad at all. And we'll take this. You know what? Let's roll it. Let's see. Give me speed. Oh, we'll take HP. We'll take HP again. Alright, that was an awful roll into speed. But you know what? That's probably an upgrade for somebody. So we're going to keep it. Now, where I'd like to eventually get, if you look at the strategy here, this is really neat. So this guy runs an ant cannon, which is like Aquila from Summoner's War. Once you get him to 6-star, he has a crit lead of 18%, and he gives an attack up and a crit up on skill 2. And a crit up gives 30% crit rate. So between the crit lead and the crit rate up, you're getting 48% crit rate, which means that my bookworm. Oh, let me click him. Let me click him. The bookworm could run 52% crit rate and be maxed out under the right conditions. And with this guy having 170, he could possibly take out 12% or so with his crit rate, and he could put more into crit damage. So it's easier to ruin his units. Granted, this team will probably be much, much, much harder to win with. And that's just, it just is what it is. But that's pretty interesting to me. And it takes very efficient tuning. So of course you'll see that he's got plus 95 speed on his ant cannon. And his plus 47 speed. And you say, okay, that bookworm's not very fast. But the efficiency here is that it goes ant cannon and then bookworm. And you'll notice the rat has plus 37. The turtle tank has plus 35. The ghost captain has plus 28. Even though he's slow, as long as these guys are slower, when you're in the waves that aren't the mini-boss, you're going to buff everybody up, and then you're going to give the turn straight to him. And then he's going to wipe everything with skill 3. That's where this team really shines. That's a 36-second run. So let's watch this. Watch the ant cannon. Ant cannon. Bam. Crit up. Third skill. Everything's dead. That easy. 3 seconds. And now you've got to take out the boss. So you've got the rat to put the dots up. And then you've got the captain to use catalysis. God damn it. The catalytic converter, that thing. And then you've got your crit up again, and then your third skill, and bam, you're onto the boss already. So now you're just going to let everybody move until he can put his dot up. All the dots. And then bam. Just like that. That easy. And that I think is a goal. Now, getting everything to land like that and getting all the crits on the little enemies, and it's a tall order. And it's probably not very doable at this stage in the game, but I think that's where some of us will end up eventually. This might take us a couple months to build to, but I think that's achievable. And that's basically what I wanted to go over today, because I know there's a lot of guys that are like, hey, this is what I run, this is how I do it. I just kind of wanted to give a little more in-depth breakdown of it. Other than that, I had some summons I wanted to do. I figured I'd have you guys here for it. I'm saving my exclusives. We're going to wait until we find something we like. But I got 2 10 poles and a Twilight. So wish me luck. Let's go. And as far as what I want, I don't care. I just would maybe a 5-star. As long as it's not another freaking dupe. If I got the water. Oh, hey, here we go. Let's see it. Hey, I think I have one of these. The blue one's like Galleon, right? Okay, attack up, speed up, a mark. Okay, the blue one's like Galleon. Which, Galleon was my biggest chase in Summoners War. It took me more than a year to get one. Hey, double lightning, let's go. Hey, let's go. God damn. Is this Bestet? Attack up and shield. This is like Megan on crack, right? Oh my god, let's go. Thank y'all for being my lucky charm. Let's go. I can't believe that. Holy crap. I think the units are some of the ugliest units in the game, but I'm not going to insult them like that. I didn't say it. You guys did. And then, what are the chances of pulling three sharpshooters in a row like that? That's got to be pretty low, right? And then, of course, no summon. No 4-star in the next 10. That's just about how it goes. That means the 4-star luck's right here, right? Come on. That's alright. Just give me something cool. The free one. That's nice. Well, damn. Well, hey, I appreciate you guys coming and checking this out. Hopefully this video helped you guys build your teams a little better if you needed help. And until next time, thanks for coming by. I appreciate y'all. Have a good one.